gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Panthers offense will take the field first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
And the Panthers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Bowen. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down. And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. So Florida Atlantic's offense will have its first possession of the game. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Quick release on the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Owls want to crank the tempo. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Owls getting set on 1st and 10. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man downfield. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. He wants it all. Wide out trying to get it in. The receiver will not get it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Caught over the middle. It's Nelson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Here's the pressure. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Working that left side now. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going for it all. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man on the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. And guys, Florida Atlantic has the edge. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Complete on the comeback. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be the air a long time. If you can't throw it late, it's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Bowen. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I think that shows you the experience of the quarterback there. His primary target wasn't open, so he didn't panic. Even though he was getting hit, he was still able to find his check down and find some positive yards.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Motion from the wideout. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got a wide open receiver. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Bryant. Got his man quickly. There he goes. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. These DBs going to give a little cushion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Pulls and fires complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And they've converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. The play action fake. Fires to the right. The quick out. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he takes it in for the score. Who pushes the lead to 14. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can turning it on. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Bowen. It's complete to the right. Still running at the 40. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Panthers! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds his target down the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. Looking left. Zips it out to his man. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Gets away from one. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Owls!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it... And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. It'll be third and long. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Going deep. He's got it down the right side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch, and they finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
Looking downfield on first down. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit. And that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Pocket breaking down. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
On the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his...
Breaks into the open. They've got enough. And they're in the red zone at the 20. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. They'll move the wide receiver. Reads it, fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Spins away from the defense. Snowed under by the defense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. We don't always see this from this group. They're up by 32 over Western Michigan. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Panthers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Got the back over the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Bowen. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the deep...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Wants to throw it. Skips away from pressure. Complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. At the 45 on its way. Oh, he found a space on the right. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Fired in from the red zone for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everything.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give on the option. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Find some fresh air. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll leave it with him. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Looking to throw, it's Bowen. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Sends it downfield. Touchdown Owls! And the pummeling has started. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. So the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. Flying down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida International.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And the extra point was good.
That makes the score Florida Atlantic 44, Florida International 24.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Trying play action. Completes it in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. Back to pass. It's Bryant. Bringing the heat. Quickly complete. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Touchdown, Owls! Three consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat out of the ring for most of their goals.
Yep, most of the